Welcome back. I'm Tia Turnbull. This is Keep It 100, and you are learning the dreaded drama triangle by Stephen Karpman. So earlier we talked about the I'm okay, you're okay by Thomas Harris. Well, the father of transactional analysis, Stephen Karpman studied under him. His name was Eric Berne. And this is something that came out of that Games People Play Eric Berne wrote. And it's about these stances that we take in life. Like I talked about the poor me, and I talked about the I'm okay, you're okay, or I'm not okay, you're okay. These are life stances, life scripts, life stories, life roles that we step into and play out of. And this dreaded triangle came out of all of that work, and it's about these roles that we tend to play in life. And this one, this is the victim, rescuer, persecutor, or VRP for short. And how it works is, so you have someone who's acting out the victim, poor me, I can't do this, oh, I need your help. And then the rescuer shows up, I will save you, yes, I am the savior. And then, oh, what I forgot to mention is the rescuer is rescuing the victim from the persecutor. Okay, so the persecutor, we see these in movies, in fairy tales, you know, where the bad guy gets blown up at the end and everybody cheers. That's the persecutor. In cartoons where you have, who was it, like Natasha and Superdog or Underdog, and you know, was the rescuer. And so you have your persecutors, and then you have the help me, you know, victims, and we all know this story. We've all seen it 1,000 times in movies and stories and in our own lives, and we tend to play these ourselves. Okay, so you'll know if you ever played a victim, or if you're someone who rescues people, or if you have people pointing at you saying you're the bad guy, you're the bad guy. Right, so this is a role most people don't want to be in, but it gets pointed at people a lot. Okay, and oftentimes the rescuer, after rescuing the victim over and over and over again, finally decides, I'm not going to rescue anymore. You need to take care of your own stuff. And then the rescuer says, oh, well, you're no longer the rescuer, then you must be the persecutor. You're the persecutor now if you're not rescuing me. But the other thing that happens is the victim finds a reason, even if the rescuer doesn't stop rescuing the victim finds a reason to label the rescuer the persecutor. So beware of helpless little victims that you're going to be helping, because eventually they may be pinning the role of persecutor on you just because you took over and took over their responsibilities and lives with them. So remember when I talked about the codependent, right, where there's a rescuer enabling the victim to continue being a victim. The problem with this is that there's no growth in being a victim. If you have a victim mindset instead of a growth mindset, and you allow yourself to continue to be rescued over and over and over, you're not growing by learning how to take care of your own issues, right? So this is why it's called the dreaded drama triangle, because these roles, you get stuck in these roles, and it's chaotic, it's this codependent, enabling, and the rescuer seeing this person as a victim and saying, yes, let me do that for you, instead of I see you not as a victim, so I know that you can handle that yourself. And then the people who play these roles end up switching the roles. Sometimes while one rescuer is rescuing this victim is rescuing someone else. This victim becomes the rescuer. Or this victim, the rescuer, after rescuing the victim so many times, now begins to see the victim as the persecutor, because the victim keeps coming back to get rescued, and the rescuer is just done. And they're like, look, you're now the persecutor. You're no longer a victim, you're now using me. So the people switch roles. You don't always play the victim, you don't always play the rescuer, and you don't always play the persecutor. You switch the roles around, and it's just this game of changing costumes and going at it again from another direction. So this causes drama. This is not where you want to be. So what is the antidote to the victim, rescuer, persecutor? Okay, so the antidote is something that I like to call, instead of VRP, it's C.C.O. Okay, so now, so these are not just roles that someone believes they are themselves. They are roles that they're projecting onto other people. So this person would not need to be a rescuer if he didn't see this person or she didn't see this person as a victim, right? So this person, if you want to get out of the dreaded drama triangle and create a solution, this is now the C.C.O. So the solution to the dreaded drama triangle is to switch the roles. And now, instead of a victim here, to get out of the drama, this person becomes a creator. Okay? So a victim complains and has somebody else do their work for them. And there's no growth in that. A creator does their work for themselves. So whether you created something good or whether you created something bad, you still created it. And when you see yourself as the creator of whatever is happening in your life, all of a sudden you have the power to respond to what's happening. So you take the ability to respond to what's happening when you see yourself as the creator. So now this person is a creator. So let's do it like this. So let's say this victim comes to the rescuer and says, rescue me, rescue me. And the rescuer says, no, I don't see you as a victim. I see you as a creator. So what are they saying? Well, if your life is fantastic, celebrate, congratulations, you created that. And if your life is crap, sorry to say, you created that too. Maybe it's not your whole life is crap. Maybe it's just that you tend to get yourself in crises, right? But the rescuer lets you know, look, if you created that crisis, you can solve that crisis. And once you solve that crisis, you won't continue to create it because you're going to know how to solve it yourself. And you're not going to go outside yourself to get someone else to rescue you, because you will have rescued yourself because you created it, and you can create whatever you want. If you created that, you can create something different. So when you see yourself as the creator, you take responsibility to create anything you want. It's very, very, very powerful, right? So now, instead of this rescuer doing it for you, the rescuer does not see themselves as a rescuer and you a victim. Now they see themselves as a champion, coach. So instead of doing it for someone, they'll ask some questions. They'll say, hey, I know that you can do this. You are smart, intelligent, you are whole, resourceful, and you have all your own answers inside. How do you want to go about solving this for yourself? Now that's a really empowering way to speak to someone, right? Instead of saying, oh, you got yourself in crap again, okay, fine, I'll help you get out of it. That's not empowering at all, right? That's saying, I know how to do it and you don't. That's belittling. That's putting someone down. That doesn't feel good. But if you champion them and you emotionally support them, not spending all your time listening to them complain because you no longer see them as a victim, but maybe ask some questions like, how do you think you could solve that? I know you are whole, resourceful, and have all your own answers. What's a way you could do that? And you don't have to either. You just say, you're your own creator. You're either going to create something you're proud of and you love, or you're going to create something that you got to solve and change. So, but I'm not going to do it for you, because if I do, this is really, really important now. If I solve your problems for you, that means I am enabling you to stay stuck and in need of something outside yourself all the time. Because if I solved it, there's no growth for you, which means in a short amount or a long amount of time, whenever, you're going to have that same problem again. Because you're not going to be able to see in your mind how you were the creator of that crisis, how you were the creator of that problem, because someone else solved it for you. So you didn't need to look at it. You didn't need to figure it out. You didn't need to take responsibility for it. So you stay stuck and you don't grow. So actually, somebody coming in and fixing all your problems for you is actually to your detriment. It's not helpful at all. It actually gets in your way. They're interfering with your own cause and effect. They're interfering with the laws of the universe that are cause and effect. You are the cause of your own effects. And for someone to step in there and rescue you before you have an opportunity to fix your own effect, to look at how you were the cause, well, if they fix it for you, you're going to go be the cause again to that same effect that you don't want. You're going to need to be rescued again. And the longer someone continues to interfere with your own growth mindset, your own knowledge, your own skills, your own lessons, the longer you're going to remain incapable of doing it yourself, because you didn't do what you needed to do in order to learn how to do it yourself. There's a great metaphor for this, is when a caterpillar goes into a chrysalis and turns into a butterfly. When that chrysalis, before it's opened, when the butterfly is in there, the butterfly has to struggle its wings pushing against the chrysalis to crack it open so it can get out and fly away. But if someone sees the butterfly struggling in there and says, "Oh, that poor butterfly, I want to help it get out," and so they slit the chrysalis to let the butterfly out, the butterfly is going to die. It's going to fall to the ground. It's not going to be able to fly because it didn't do the work it needed to do to strengthen its wings, to open that chrysalis himself and be able to fly away. So when you go in there and you interfere with that process of growth and strengthening and abilities and skills by just doing something for someone, you interfere with their ability, and you are actually creating a situation for them where eventually they're going to see you as a perpetrator who interfered with their own ability to learn and grow and do things for themselves. So you don't want to be a rescuer of people, because you're not helping. You think, "Oh, we're soft-hearted, I want to help them, I want to help them." But when you help them, you enable them to stay soft. You enable them to stay incapable. And the longer you do that, the longer it actually gets worse in someone's life. So say someone's 12 years old and you always make their lunch for them and wash their clothes for them and do everything that a 12-year-old could begin to learn to do for himself. Well, if that 12-year-old gets to be 26 years old and he still hasn't done it for himself, he's going to feel incapable. He's going to feel like there's something wrong with him because he was not given the opportunity to challenge himself, to learn how to do these things that he needs to do in order to be independent and live his own life. So to rescue people actually does more damage than letting them figure it out on their own. And you can always say, "I support you," remind them that they're wonderful, they're whole, they're strong, they're powerful, and they can do it. Be there for them if they need to talk, but ask them questions that's going to help them figure it out how to do it on their own. Don't just take it over for them, because that's really not about them. You're not really helping them. You just want to be the hero, be the rescuer. Look at me, because you get the props for yourself by rescuing someone else. So don't be egotistical and greedy and do things for other people just so you can feel good about yourself. Feel good about yourself by enabling them to be strong and grow in their mind and challenge themselves. And you just remind them that they're capable of challenging themselves. Challenge is not a bad thing, it's a good thing, it's an opportunity. And that's why this persecutor now, instead of being a persecutor, this becomes an opportunity. So you see, all of this getting out of drama is just a matter of a mental state. It's just perception. It's just what paradigm you live in. These can be the exact same people living outside the drama. Because now, if this person sees themselves as a creator, and it starts to rain when they're on their way to work, then the opportunity is for them to buy themselves an umbrella. If this person sees themselves as a creator and it starts to rain, or if this person sees themselves as a victim and it starts to rain, they're like, oh no, everything's awful, and they end up having a crappy day because it started to rain on the way to work. But if they see, a person who sees themselves as a victim, in order to be a victim, they have to see life as persecuting them. They have to see life as the persecutor. So now a little bit of rain becomes a huge ordeal. Whereas you see yourself as a creator, maybe that rain, maybe it's going to be fun. Maybe you'll tie your hair back and say, well, it's a good day to wear a ponytail. And then you have fun with it anyway. So now all what you used to think was something persecuting you, there was somebody who wrote another book that was a solution to the victim, rescuer, perpetrator, who in this edge of the triangle they put challenge, and here they put something else. I'm not sure what they put, but you can actually, if you move from a victim to a creator, you can actually take it from being persecuting you to challenging you to having it be an opportunity. And people who live in the paradigm of opportunity take on those challenges. They go for it and they learn it, and then they take on another challenge and they learn it, and they take on another challenge and they learn it, and challenge becomes fun because challenge is an opportunity to become more, to learn more, to meet more people, to go more places, to see more things, to expand your life. So now you see everything as an opportunity instead of something that makes you into a victim. What's the opportunity here? Okay, so I don't have money, I need a car. Maybe the opportunity is I'm going to get in shape riding my bicycle. And what's the opportunity? Maybe the opportunity is I could get a little extra job, and at that job, it's a rental car agency, and they actually give me money off to rent a car, and I can do that job and another job. And there's so many creative ways to solve what you used to see as problems, but now you see them as an opportunity to meet more people, to go more places, to do more things, to have more adventures, to grow yourself. And life actually becomes something that you're like grabbing for and saying, yeah, what's next? What do I want to do? Let's go paragliding. Yeah, how fast can I run that mile? And how many laps can I swim? And so you're challenging yourself, but it's fun. And life becomes fun. So when you stop seeing yourself as a victim and you see yourself as a creator, you start taking responsibility for what it is you're creating. And when you do that, all of a sudden, what used to seem like it was persecuting you and turning you into a victim, now you see as an opportunity to turn you into something new, the butterfly that has the strength and the wings to fly away. And now, when other people come to you as a victim, you can champion and coach them. Now here's something that's really, really powerful. You know how I said that people switch these roles and everybody plays the different roles, and you point at people and say you're the persecutor and you're a victim and you're a rescuer and all of that, right? Well, with this, one person plays all three roles, and even with the other one, with the VRP, victim, rescuer, perpetrator, one person plays all those roles with themselves. And in this one person plays all those roles in themselves. I have this on film, but maybe I'll put it up later or something. I have actually put 3 chairs, and then I've sat in a chair as a creator and asked a question, and then I switched to another chair as the champion coach and championed myself to find the solution, and then I switched to another chair to ask what's the opportunity. And I just kept switching between the different chairs and solved my own issues by playing these 3 different roles. And it's fun and it's empowering. And so these 3 roles are not just between you and another person, but between you and you. And you can switch from victim to creator. And you can switch from rescuer to champion coach. And you can switch from persecutor to opportunity. And when you're living your life in the paradigm of C.C.O., in the solution-oriented paradigm of creator, champion, coach, and opportunity, oh my gosh, life becomes amazing and fun, and you're not complaining anymore. You're actually using your mind to come up with solutions. You're collaborating inside yourself with your inner creator, your inner champion coach, and your inner opportunity, and you're talking to yourself in a whole new way, and you're figuring things out on your own, and your life is moving forward. And that's what this is about, right? 100 life skills and strategies to get you from where you were to where you want to be, right? And you want to be here. You don't want to be in the dreaded drama triangle, because life becomes hard. Everything becomes hard. But if you switch your mind and you lift your paradigm and you play these roles instead, life becomes exciting and fun, and it becomes an adventure, and you grow yourself, and everything is easier this way. Because you're not complaining, saying, I have to do this. You're saying, I want to do this. What's next? This is great. So remember, switch from victim to creator. Switch from rescuer to champion coach. And switch from persecutor to challenge to opportunity. So C.C.O, creator, champion, coach, opportunity. Use it. You can even sit in the chairs and talk to yourself, playing these different roles, and you can solve your life issues. And you use this with other things like the 4 quadrants of importance and urgency. If you're this person using the 4 quadrants, oh my goodness, life feels good, because you're in quadrant 2, the quadrant of importance and not urgent, which is the proactive quadrant, and you're being proactive as a creator, champion, coach, and opportunity, and you're getting stuff done, and you're having fun, and whew, life becomes really, really good. And so a lot of these go together, and we'll say more about that in future ones, about how you can use a whole bunch. That's why there's not just one. There's 100 life skills and strategies, and they run into each other, and they work together, and you will see how that works as you learn more and more of the skills and strategies. So I'm Tia Turnbull from Champion of Champions. This is Keep It 100. This is C.C.O, Creator, Champion, Coach, Opportunity. If you like these videos, tap the like, subscribe, and tap the bell, and you'll be informed when the next one comes out. In the meantime, champion yourself to be a champion.